What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Joe Martin. Welcome, 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 welcome to Big Brother. Welcome to Big Brother Podcast. Um, Today, man, let me tell y'all what I did today. I did a whole 35-minute online presentation today, and and the whole thing was my mic was not cued, So I was sitting up here talking to myself for 35 minutes, man. And it was an awesome presentation, man. It was a great presentation. Unfortunately, the people that was tuned in, they wasn't on the presentation. They didn't get to hear me say they didn't hear much. So but it's all good, man. So I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. If you guys could see what I wrote on here, man, I just really wanted to come on here real quick and talk about Joe Martin and Associates, and I want to talk about the evolution of Joe Martin and Associates. I just hit my 17-year anniversary. It was the first company that I started in 2004, and I just hit my 17-year anniversary. So I'm so happy for that, man. But um, I know that in order for me to go to the next level, okay, where I'm going, um, I have to start teaching people how I've done what I done. You know, I have to put other people in position to be able to do the things that I've done. You'll do it in your own lane, but what it is a system. Okay, system. And the way that we break the word system down, SYSTEMS, is save yourself time, energy, money, and stress. And you want to make sure that you implement a system with whatever you're doing. You know, just having the right system. And along the way in those 17 years while I was building what I was building, um, I've changed the system. I've improved the system. I've done a lot of things to uh, make the system do exactly what I needed it to do. But I was able to scale my business up to a six-figure business. And when I scaled the business up to a six-figure business, I was able to do more things. It allowed me the time to be able to do more things that I really like to do. It allowed me the time to be able to spend more time with my family. Uh, I was able to focus on more things that I really had a passion about. And I tell everybody, man, make sure that you identify your passion, or identify your purpose. I'm sorry. Each individual, every last one of us have a certain purpose, right? And when we identify what our purpose is, and when we walk in that purpose, when we walk in that purpose, it's a beautiful thing, because can't no man touch our purpose. Can't no man touch the things that we've created, you know? Hold on, let me fix this error right here. I forgot there's something missing in there. There we go. All right, my banner across the bottom was had an error on the spelling of it. So, but I wanted to jump on here today, man, and just tell y'all the direction and show y'all where we going. We have promotional things. So whether regardless of what you're doing, whether you're focusing on your business or whether you're focusing on your brand, uh, I help businesses. All right, I am a business resource center. you know Regardless of whatever the business is, whether you're a online influencer, whether you have a large company or whether you have a small company, I help develop businesses. Okay, I help businesses scale, and I help businesses overall with promotions and everything. So I help people. I'm in the servicing field, so I help a lot of people accomplish a lot of things that they want to accomplish. So I just wanted to show you guys the evolution of where we came from. So I'm gonna pull up this screen real quick and let's pull it up. All right, there we go. So now this is Joe Martin and Associates, and I'm so happy about this company right here. This was the first company that I developed in 2004. This is the first company that I started. And the reason why I started this company, we started with web design and branding and marketing. We started with that. And the reason why I chose to start with web design, marketing, and branding was because I wanted to help other people get the vision out of their mind that they had. So if you got an idea or if you got a vision, if it's something that you want to build, you know, your web design, your website, your web presence is usually the first thing that people see, right? So with that being said, you want to make sure that you deliver the right energy. You want to make sure that you deliver the right chemistry when you're delivering that, because like I said, it's the first thing that people see. Like me, for example, when somebody give me a business card, the first thing that I do when I get home is I typically go and look at their website. I want to see what their website is. And you only got one time to make a first impression. So you want to make sure that you make the right impression. Uh, when I was helping people build things and when I was helping people accomplish things, by me doing that, people have the tendency to share things with you. Uh, and iron sharpens iron. So as I give, I take, and as I take, I give. That's called synergy. That's what we call synergy. So when you helping somebody come from A to get to B, to get to C, to get to D, all the way to Z, along the way, you guys share information. And when you share that information, you could take some of that information and implement it with the things that you're doing. Okay. And that's why we share information. But over the years, while I was obtaining this information and helping so many people, Joe Martin and Associates evolved, and it grew from just web design, branding, and marketing. It grew to other areas, because along the way I was going to seminars. I started reading more books. I started doing more things. I started meeting more people, and eventually we evolved. So the business development went from more than just web design. Now it started going into business credit, uh, getting that working capital to push your business, because you got a lot of people out here, man. They got a great idea, they got great visions, but they don't have the resources or they don't have the capital to push that vision and make it go where they needed to go. you know so I started educating myself on business credit. I started educating myself on how banks work. I started educating myself on the algorithm and the formula of how credit works, because I tell people all the time that the skeleton key, once you get access to the skeleton key, and what the skeleton key is credit, whether it's business credit or whether it's personal credit, but once you get access to the skeleton key, at that moment you can open many doors. And when you open those doors, I tell people all the time, man, build as many bridges as you can. And what I mean by building bridges, I'm talking about build relationships, because when you build relationships and when you build many bridges, now you have many ways to go as far as getting to where you want to get to. Regardless of whatever the goal is, regardless of whatever the end destination, whatever the end game is, you have to build bridges to get there. You have to make sure that you associate yourself with the right people. Okay. And we're going to talk a little bit about POME, and what POME is: product of my environment. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's important that you house yourself in the right environment. You don't want to house yourself in a hazardous environment, because if you house yourself in a hazardous environment, then uh look at this here. I think we did it again. Let's see what we got. All right. I don't know if I was recording or if I wasn't recording. I hope it was recording, but you want to definitely house yourself in the right environment, you know. But I wanted to jump on here real quick. Let me show you the evolution of where Joe Martin and Associates came from and what we grew to. We branched off and we grew sister companies, um, and everything just evolved. Everything evolves in time, and if something is not evolving, then you might need to go back to the drawing board and look at that, because everything should evolve in time. Okay. Now, Joe Martin and Associates, this was one of the first companies that I developed, which was a web design branding company. Okay. Now, what ended up happening was we shifted and we started focusing more on the business side. Okay, so if you look at Joe Martin and Associates, the main things that we really focused on was corporate funding, which is working capital, making sure that you got access to some type of working capital, business consulting, which is business development and branding your business and doing things that you need to do as far as your business go. Uh, I love real estate. You know, I got a lot of partners and I got a lot of people that I help out when it comes to real estate. Uh, I help them get access to working capital to do their projects and things like that. So I love real estate. And then we talk about investment planning. Now, on investment planning, the question is once you got everything built, you know, and you got it where you wanted it, once you get the passive income and the residual income, the next question is, all right, what do I do with this money that I got? Where do I put this working capital at so I could create more? You know, so these are the 4 steps that I had inside Joe Martin and Associates. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, it's all about building yourself up. You know, finding credit, making sure that you got access to working capital. All right. My site moving a little slow. Uh, Now we created the Martin University, and I'll show you guys about the Martin University in a minute. But we was able to create the Martin University because along the way I wanted to educate people and teach people how to do certain things. We have to make sure that we learn as much as we can, and never stop learning. You know, um, I know a lot, but it's a lot that I don't know. And one of my goals every day is to make sure that I wake up and learn something new. So I don't watch television. I'm always reading, um, and I'm always studying because I just want to make sure I know a lot. You know what I'm saying? And now the thing about knowing is you have to take it a step further than just knowing certain things. You have to make sure everything that you learn in life, you want to make sure that you implement it. You know, it defeats the purpose of learning something if you don't implement it into what you're doing. If you don't implement it into your system, it defeats the purpose of even learning it. So you have to make sure you understand how to implement certain things. Okay. But of course, like I said, we went from web design, ideas attract, and this is the web design where we discover. So we talk about what you want, then we plan it, and then once we plan it, we design it, and then once we design it, we execute. Okay. The website is, I look at the website as when I look at a web page or when I look at the internet, I look at it as it's my canvas, and I always start off with a blank canvas. It's a blank canvas, and I want to make sure on this blank canvas, I need to create something so beautiful, something so powerful that when whoever goes there, they get a good energy and they get a good vibe about what they're seeing. You know, so regardless whether you choose to take the web design course and you want to step in this field and start doing things like this, um, I want you to understand that when you're doing this for people, you have to make sure that you deliver the right energy, the right chemistry, because this is one of the first things that people see when they go do their due diligence on whoever it is that they're going to be dealing with. Okay. So now from Joe Martin and Associates, it grew so fast, and I ain't gonna say fast, but the relationships grew so fast. Um and we evolved. Like I said, everything evolves in time. And then when Joe Martin and Associate evolved, it grew into Global 23rd. And let me show you Global 23rd. So now we grew into Global 23rd, and what Global 23rd is, this is where we teach financial literacy. Okay. Um, if you look at the top up here on the menu, we got credit education, business credit, financial options, and these are all of the financial options that we help people with: properties and investments, stated income loans, SBA loans, consumer financing, commercial real estate, purchase order financing, merchant cash advance, healthcare financing, franchise financing, equipment financing, and AR financing. Uh, but it's a four-step process in this as well. And I want to talk about that four-step process. And I'm saying all of this because I'm really queuing it up to really dive into what we do. So if somebody ever asks you and say, "Hey Joe, what do you do? What do your company do? What do your companies do? How can your companies help me?" This video should really answer all of those questions. Okay. So now let's dive in. Right here's a statement. And before I jump all the way in, I'm going to read this statement to you. It says financial literacy isn't something we inherit. It's not part of our DNA. The greatest ideas and visions die on the vine without knowledge and know-how, without the knowledge and know-how to move forward. At Global 23rd, we teach you the power of building a healthier business and personal credit profile. We'll review your credit profile and current business position, develop a customized action plan, and help you break the generational curse of poverty and hardships that are keeping you from realizing your dreams and expanding on your ideas. Let us teach you what you need to know to realize your purpose and how to walk in it with passion. Okay. Um, like I said, man, all of my companies are a mirror of self. So when you go into any of my companies, if you know anything about me and you know who I am and you know who Joe Martin is, all of my companies are a reflection of who I am. All of my companies are a reflection of who I am. And from Joe Martin and Associates to Global 23rd, everything is just really overspill of my spirit of who I am. But in Global 23rd, it's a four-step process in that as well. And I want to talk to you guys about that four-step process. The first thing is understanding the algorithm of what's creating your credit. Because, like I said earlier, credit is the skeleton key. Okay. That's the beginning of these doors that's being opened. Okay. You have to know that your credit profile tells a story. It's just like if somebody came to you and they said, "Hey, can I borrow $5,000?" The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to do a background check. You're going to do a 411 check on that person to see if they credible and if you're going to get your $5,000 back. It's just like that with the banks. The banks don't know us from a can of paint. So the first thing that the banks do when we go to the bank and we're trying to get a banking product, the first thing that they're going to do is pull your credit profile. And when they pull your credit profile, what they're doing is they're reading a story. Now, based on that story that they read within the credit profile, is going to determine if you can have a relationship with them or not. Now, the banks operate in low risk industries. They want to do it. They want to do a low risk transaction. They want everything to be low risk. So if they're looking at your credit profile and the higher your credit score is, it's the lower the risk. The lower the credit score is, the higher the risk. So while they looking at that, and I don't want you guys to get too caught up on a credit score because content is everything as well. You want to make sure that you focus on the content too. Okay. Um, that's so let's just say this guy came to you and he asked you for 5,000, and you know that he already went to Rebecca and asked her for 5,000 a couple months ago. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Rebecca and you're gonna say, "Hey Rebecca, Jimmy just asked me for 5,000. I know he asked you for 5,000 a couple months ago. How did that go?" And if Rebecca say, "Well, you know what? I gave Jimmy $5,000 and Jimmy was supposed to pay it back in 3 weeks and Jimmy never paid it back." Now Jimmy have no credibility because of his relationship that he had with Rebecca. And you know that. So that same Jimmy, he's asking you for 5,000. Now you're going to be like, "Nah, Jimmy, I can't help you." You're not gonna go all the way into the explanation of why you can't help them, but based off what you know from what Rebecca said, you're gonna tell Jimmy, "Man, I can't do it for you, Jimmy. I can't help you right now." Now, if you went to Rebecca and you said, "Hey, Rebecca, Jimmy just asked me for $5,000. I know he asked you for 5,000 a couple months ago," and Rebecca say, "Well, you know what? I did get Jimmy $5,000, and Jimmy was supposed to give me that back in 3 weeks, but Jimmy actually gave it back to me in a week and a half." And on top of that $5,000 that I gave Jimmy, Jimmy also gave me an extra $3,000. So he gave me 8,000 back in the week and a half. Now Jimmy got credibility. So based on the story that you understand from how Jimmy handled his business with Rebecca, right? On the good side, now you don't have no problem with giving Jimmy that $5,000, you know, because he got credibility. See, so it's the same way with the banks. This is how the banks work. The banks are gonna look at your credit profile. They're gonna read your story. They're gonna see how your story is. They're gonna see if you got any derogatory marks and how everything been working. And based on what they see, is gonna determine the relationship that you have with them, or even if you're able to establish a relationship with them. That's what's gonna determine it all. Okay. So now, after we go through the credit education and we understand the algorithm and we understand what's creating the credit, the next thing is business development. Okay. Now, on business development, we're talking about, let me just go in real quick. Let me go inside business development. Now, hold on, let me go back. Let's just go inside business development. And bear with me, you guys. Let's see. We're going to go inside business development. Now, business development, it's about business credit, because what you want to do is you want to create a second entity. You got the person, okay? You done already built the personal credit profile, so that's looking good, okay? Now you want to start developing the business credit profile so that you could go get access to more working capital, okay? So in business development, what we call it is the business credit lounge. So this is a place where you can come and kick back, learn information, learn things, and grow uh, your business credit. Okay. I put everything at your fingertips, but some of the things that you're going to learn inside business credit is, and here's a great article. I want you guys to read that so that you can get more information about business credit and things to help you. So just on business development, you hit the 411 credibility listing. So that's a 411 check. The EIN and entity setup assistance, business name credibility check, bank and merchant account setup assistance, business address credibility check, website and email credibility check. And if you don't have a website, like I said, we can help you with that as well. Business phone credibility check, auto financing with no personal guarantor. So we're going to talk about how to get a vehicle in your business name. Okay. Fixed damage credit, business credit. Okay. So when you got certain times, you got some vendors that would not report to your Duns or your Experian or Equifax, your business Equifax and business Experian. So we're going to talk about how to get them to properly report. Okay. Experian, Smart Business Access, business credit report and score training. Okay. Get set up with a Dun and Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. Now, then we're going to talk about how to get access to high limit store credit cards, how to get access to high limit fleet credit cards, and how to get access to high limit cash credit cards, all on the business. Okay. And then we have exclusive access to starter vendors, business credit. So this is all about business development and just business development. So now this is Global 23rd. So remember, 17 years ago, we started with Joe Martin and Associates. And as we built relationships and built bridges, it expanded and it grew to something else. Okay. Where I'm going now is it's time for me to go ahead and start teaching other people what I know. Um, and I have to step into my mentor and my coaching stage now. Okay. So in all of my companies, it went from Joe Martin and Associates. It evolved. We were able to create a sister company, which is Global 23rd. Okay. And then from Global 23rd, we were able to create another sister company. And this is Big Brother. Okay. This is Big Brother. So let me go to Big Brother and show you guys what Big Brother is. Now, This is the company that I'm going to have fun with. This is the company that I'm going to really be able to just pour into the people, you know. So welcome to Big Brother. This is Big Brother. So and if you guys are coming in late, make sure you go back and watch this video from the beginning. Uh, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm just being transparent. I'm showing y'all my growth. You know, I'm showing y'all where I came from and how I evolved and how things evolved within my life, you know. But this is Big Brother. Now, with Big Brother, the platform for learning and developing leaders to deliver, manage, and measure your company and team growth. Scale your business, vision, ideas. Develop a system. Here we go with that word system again. Save yourself time, energy, money, and I usually have an S on it, and stress. Develop a system that will allow you to continue to grow as a person and as a business. Okay. Digital learning, leadership, coaching, and mentoring. All right. So now with Big Brother, what we do is, man, I have so many ebooks, I have courses, I have things that I want to teach you because I want to teach you how to fish. I don't want to feed you. I want to teach you how to fish because if I teach you how to fish, you could go out and you could eat forever without having to depend on somebody feeding you. So I want to teach you how to fish so that you could go out and you could fish as much as you want and eat as much as you want without having to worry or require somebody feeding you. So let's jump inside ebooks and courses. All right. Now, when we go inside ebooks and courses, we have a few curriculums. Now, I want to read this to you guys because it says choose your curriculum. Okay. So I'm going to read this paragraph to you. We'll assist you with accomplishing your goals every step of the way. We have several curriculums to choose from. The web design and marketing course is one of our most popular courses. This is one of Mr. Martin's favorite subjects to talk about. We'll teach you how to build and market your brand and platform across social media. When you have a vision to build something, you have the power and knowledge to create that wonderful idea. See, it's something about making sure that you got the power to do it, right? So I'm gonna teach you how to get that idea out to the world. Because once you get it out to the world, it'll keep going. If you build it, they will come. Okay. If you build it, they will come. Okay. Uh, Now we have business development. Business development, and we talked a little bit about this already. Business development, understanding how to build your business the correct way is very important for many reasons. We'll share with you the direct steps on how to successfully build that entity. Please feel free to read more about the importance of business development by clicking on the tab. And we just talked about that. Okay. And you can find that at Global 23rd, but I will have it linked over here. Okay. Last but not least, and last but never least, financial literacy. And we talked about this already as well. The subject that the school systems failed to put in the curriculums. I feel like the school system they failed us. They should have gave us the information that we needed before we left that school system and went into the world. Now you got a lot of people out in the world that don't understand how finances work. They don't understand how credit work, and we just in the world living based off what we know and what we was taught. And a lot of times in certain communities, the information wasn't there. You know, I always talk about a generational curse. Now, generational curse is basically my parents went through a hardship, and I'm just speaking in general. If my parents went through a hardship and they never properly educated themselves on how to come out of that hardship, you know, they just went through life and went through the motions and everything. 9 times out of 10, when that child grow up, if the information wasn't in the household, that child might go through similar things that the parents went through. And it creates a generational curse. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we educate ourselves so that we could teach our kids the things that we didn't know. or the things that our parents didn't teach us. So now if my child grow up and become an adult, and my child grow up and do things against the grain or go a different way, I cannot be held liable because of that, because I gave my child every tool that they needed to do the things that they needed to do. And that's how we break generational curses. That's how we break generational curses. We have to make sure that we put this information inside of our households. Okay. um, there's so many levels of financial literacy, ranging from understanding finances and how to properly manage your finances, understanding how banking works, and we talked a little bit about that earlier, and how the banks determine if you have a chance of having a relationship with them. We talked about that earlier as well. This course will change your outlook on everything that you was taught. We have several more courses that's located inside the Financial Freedom Vault. If you're interested in unlocking the hidden secrets that have been kept hidden for many years, welcome to Big Brother. Okay. Learn and implement the strategies. Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit about inside the financial freedom vote. So, these are the top 3 curriculums that we have, and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna show you guys what's inside the financial freedom vote. Now we're live, so we're still working on this website. We're still working on everything that we're working on. So when you see these little placeholders right here, they'll be changed soon. We're working on them. Now, these are my top 3 things that I'm building as far as network. Okay, these are networks that I'm building right here. Build Big Brother Build Bridges Network. So what I say about building bridges, this is basically build relationships. You want to make sure that you build relationships. All right, it's very important to build relationships. So build as many bridges as you can, but never burn down any. And what I mean by burn down a bridge is you have people that will do things to you, right? And they'll burn a bridge with you, but you don't necessarily have to burn that bridge with them. Let them burn that bridge, because if they burn the bridge with you, guess what? They can't cross that bridge. So they can't come back to you for nothing, right? Because they burnt their bridge. Okay. But you kept your bridge intact. So even if you need to go back into the snake pit, even if you need to go back inside the lion's den, you never burnt your bridge. Sometimes we might have to double back and go back inside the snake pit, right? Because when we was on our way to where we going and we crossed that snake pit, we dropped the key, right? We dropped the key there. And we made it through the snake pit, and now we got to another door, and we got to another door. Now, in order to get on the other side of that door, we need a key. Okay, it's just like the old Zelda game that we used to play. You get back, you get to this door, and now you're like, dang, I can't get through here. But you know what? I know where I could get a key from. And that key may be in that snake pit from that person that burnt that bridge. They burnt their bridge, so they can't come back to you, but you kept your bridge up. And what I mean, like most of the times, man, if somebody do you wrong, you have to know that that person did me wrong. But you don't have to go out there and scream it out loud that this person did me wrong. You don't have to go out there and scream it out loud that this person did me wrong. Just know what you know. So you might have to go back in the snake pit sometimes and get a key to go unlock that door to get to the next level. So that's building bridges. We got the youth mentoring program that's going to be starting soon. And what I'm doing with the youth mentoring program is on Fridays, uh, when we done with our day, everybody get home in the evening. I want to get the youth, man. I want to get kids from ages of 12 to 24, and I want to talk about your week. I want to build a network, and I want to talk about your week. How was your week? How was your week? What goals did you accomplish this week? What could you have done better this week? What was some things that we got to talk, man. It takes a village to raise a child. you know. So I want to put a network together where we got ambassadors and we got leaders and we got mentors all coming together to pour back into our youth, you know. So that's the Big Brother Youth Mentoring Program. And the last one is, and these are all networks right here. It's fighting depression. Me, I dealt with depression, you know, and I was at a bad place, man. I dealt with depression. It was a bad place where I was at when I was dealing with depression, because my depression came from when I lost my daughter in 2004 to kidney failure. I was depressed. Um, 2 years later, my little man got murdered by a 30-year-old man, and that took me into a deeper depression, you know. And then a year after that, my father just lost both of his grandkids, you know, and he was already dealing with underlying health issues, you know, and he left me in 2007, you know. So when I went through those things, and it didn't stop, you know. I tell people a lot of times about the dark tunnel, you know, and sometimes you can't go in reverse, you can't go left, you can't go right, you can't detour, you have to go through, you know. When I was standing in front of that dark tunnel, it was a scary thing, you know. It was a very scary thing, you know. But I couldn't go left, and I couldn't go right, and I couldn't go in reverse. I couldn't detour because what has happened has already happened. So the only thing that I was, or the only place for me, the only place that I could go was forward, you know. And that's a scary place. That's a scary thing, you know. So I want to build a network. And I want to come together, and I want to fight depression together, you know. And as the network grow, um, other conquerors, right? Other conquerors, other people that have conquered depression, because I can only talk about depression from where I was at. You know, you got depression on many levels. You know, it's many levels of depression, but I want to have an outlet where we could come together and we could talk about it. You know, so that's fighting depression. Now, um, so this is Big Brother. Now I want to dive into a few things inside Big Brother real quick. Let me jump inside this financial freedom vote so you guys can see what's on the inside of the financial freedom vote. Now in the inside of the financial freedom vote, it's some powerful things in there. So I'm finna pull up the financial freedom votes just so you can see what's on the inside. Now, usually, in order to get inside the financial freedom vote, you have to ask for excess to see what's inside the financial freedom vote. But today, I'm gonna show you guys what's inside the financial freedom vote. Now, this is uh this is where it's going to be other ebooks and other curriculums and other things that's going to be inside the financial freedom vote. So let you guys inside so that you can see what's inside the financial freedom vote. So when we go inside the financial freedom vote, let's see. Here we go. Let's go inside. Now, here go the financial freedom vote. Hey, this is a powerful place to be right here. You know, this is a powerful place to be right here. Okay. Inside the financial freedom vote, we talk about the suppression blueprint. Okay. There's companies before you, if you're going to build your credit and you're going to get things removed from your credit profile, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go through suppression. You want to shut down certain things, shut down certain places that people could go and verify and validate certain things. So you need to suppress it first. Okay. Now, after you suppress it, the next thing you want to do is you want to understand credit building. So with credit building, I'm going to teach you the algorithm. I'm going to teach you the formula. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know uh, how to properly build your credit profile. See, it's a thing what we call is optimization. You want to make sure you optimize your credit profile to look a certain way. Okay, you want it to look a certain way. When you optimize that credit profile, you want it to look a certain way. So in credit building, I'm gonna take you through a course where we talk about how to properly optimize your credit profile. Okay, taking control of the wheel. Now, after we go through that, we have a thing called 25 letters. Now, these are some powerful, 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 powerful letters. Okay, and you can add these letters into the credit building. So you could do you in the credit building. I'm gonna give you something, but then when you go inside the 25 powerful letters, there's more letters there. You know, so that's a powerful thing. Then we got other things like late payment removal, inquiry removal, lender list, and trade line cheat sheet. I want to teach you how to use trade lines and how trade lines work and things like that. Just really overall, man, I really want to show you how to optimize your credit profile. I want to teach you how to do everything you need to do to move your credit profile and put it exactly where you need to be so that you can move to the next phase in whatever it is that you're building. Okay. Now, let me show you what you guys are in for when you get inside these curriculums. So, with that being said, I'm going to pull up the 25 letters and I'm going to show you guys how the inside of these curriculums look. So, when you get inside the curriculum, I'm going to take you inside the 25 powerful letters. So, we're going inside. All right. So, now when you get inside these curriculums, you're going to see right here where you got your home, you got facts, you got ask an instructor. You can ask any of my coaches or you can ask the instructors here. Now, when you get inside here, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on first lesson. So go to first lesson. So when you click on first lesson, this is requests for a credit report. Okay. So now basically I'm walking you through how to do certain things. And I'm going to tell you, this is how you're going to do certain things while you're walking through. Okay. And then I will have a video down here so that you can really kind of get some understanding about what this letter means and what it does. Okay, you can get some understanding on that. Okay, now after you finish this lesson, you can go to the next lesson. Okay, now this one is a request of free or for a free credit report. You could go through this lesson. So now these are things that this is how the inside of these curriculums and ebooks and things like that work. This is how the inside works. So this is 25 powerful letters. All right. Now let me go back. Okay. So I'm gonna go back home, go back to Big Brother. Now here goes something that I'm really excited about, man. And if you guys tuned in late, or if you and I hope you guys sat and watched this whole video, man, because it's a powerful things here, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, when it comes to branding and marketing your business, if you're looking for something, right, I got it. And if you can't find what you need, it doesn't exist. Okay. Today I had a great meeting. I went and sat down with a couple of restaurant owners, and they needed some napkins and they needed a few other things that they needed for the restaurant. Okay. So I was able to deliver those things and I was able to get some orders placed for them. So regardless if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, large business or small business, it don't matter. If you're branding your team or if you're branding your brand, whatever you're doing, make sure you reach out to me and Big Brother so that we can get some things handled for you. So I'm going to go to promotional products. Okay, so we're going to go to promotional products. Now I'm going to show you guys what we got inside. All right, now this is powerful right here, yo. So Big Brother marketing and branding. Here we go. Big Brother marketing and branding. So here you could come in here and you could find certain things that you need to add with your company. Like one of my cousins, he's having a slingshot fest in Chicago. So it's going to be Sling Fest Chicago 2021 and also Slingshot Sling Fest. I'm sorry, Sling Fest Chicago 2021. And he wanted to order some LED bracelets. Okay, some bracelets. Today, like I said, I went and sat and met with a couple of restaurants today, and they needed napkins, cups, straws, things like that. So let's just go in here and I'm gonna show you guys what I showed them. Okay, so we're gonna go in and we're gonna type in napkins. So now I typed in napkins. Now we're gonna go search and see what's inside this category. Like I said, if you can't find it within my website or within my company site, then it doesn't exist because we got everything. Okay, we got everything. Now, when you in here go the napkins. So if you got a beverage napkin, we could put your brand on it. Um, we could put your brand on anything. So you see, this is a napkin caddy holder. We could put your brand on the front of that. Um, and I got over, like I said, I got well over a million things that we could do to brand and expand your vision and expand your business. Okay. So today they needed napkins and they also needed cups. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna go in paper cups because they wanted some paper cups. So I'm gonna go and click on paper cups. Now we're gonna go search paper cups and see what we could pull up. Now, once we get to paper cups, here we go. So regardless of whatever it is, whether you got coffee and you want your logo on it, we could do it. Um, whatever you want, we could get it done for you. I don't care what your brand is, whatever your brand is, uh, we could get it branded for you. Okay. Like I said, I got over 3 million items. So if it's something that you're looking for and you can't find it within my company site, then it doesn't exist, and that's powerful. So this is something that I'm happy about. This is something I'm excited about. Uh, this is Big Brother Branding and Marketing powered by Joe Martin and Associates. So I say all of that to say this, man. Um, Big Brother and Joe Martin and Associates and Global 23rd is bigger than what most people think or what most people know. It's bigger than what most people think and what most people know. So you guys make sure y'all tune in, man. I hope y'all got some value. I hope you got some knowledge from this video. And if you need help with anything, make sure you reach out to me and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can come together and let's see how we can expand and grow your brand and your business and also your life. Okay. With that being said, I am gone. I am gone. I am gone. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to end the same way that we began. And that's with I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.